All right, guys, these are not technically or officially a collab, but should I redo all that?
Oh, that was such a smooth box flip.
It wasn't actually, because it's kind of glossy, so it's stuck to my fingers.
Oh, well, because sometimes you'll do them like kind of separate from you talking, and I'm like, how am I going to insert without it just being dead air? And you were like talking as you flipped it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, some of them, like when I do these like satin boxes, they like roll, and I like that. But these like sticky ones, they're not. Intro?
Yes.
It was not supposed to be the intro. I had something else planned. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today, we got a detailed look and review / breakdown on these bad boys right here. This is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG, despite there being nothing OG about them. I have already compared these to what is supposed to be the Low OG, as well as the current OG 85 cut lows in separate videos. I can't do them every single time I talk about one of these because the editor over there cuts it out. She thinks it's derivative.
Guilty as charged with the stories.
So if you're one of those people that just missed it, then go check back at one of those videos. It's in there somewhere. So these guys right here come in this style Air Jordan 1 box. So it's kind of special for, you know, its colorway and everything. It's not completely the same colors or whatever, but it's close enough. It's got a gloss finish to it, hence the lid flip thing sticking on my fingers a little bit. And yeah, that's pretty much the box itself. Nothing too special, nothing too fancy. The shoes though are awesome. They look like a collab. They're not officially a collab, but as of today, like the day that I'm actually talking about this, they're not on sneakers right now, so I don't know what the product description is specifically going to say, like officially, like what they're going to be called. But so far, the internets have dubbed these the Howard or Howard Universities. And just in case you're wondering why, way back in 2022, Jordan Brand actually signed a 20-year, and yes, I said that correctly, 20-year deal with Howard University. Howard University is over in Washington, D.C., and in case you're unaware of what Howard University is, it's a private university that's been historically black. Their student body isn't all black. They do have other races and everything like that, but it's predominantly black. And according to Jordan Brand themselves, the partnership aims to elevate Howard University's athletic department, unlock new opportunities for recruitment, and inspire a new generation to dream of excellence. And I think the reason why a lot of people are dubbing these the Howard Universities is because they actually received a PE pair that looked damn near just like this in terms of color blocking and the baby swoosh there. But their pair was almost all red. Like it was kind of like a low top Chicago with the blue accents, whereas this one is more like a low top black toe with the red accents. As far as the shoe is concerned, it is a typical or standard Air Jordan 1 Low OG. So the outsole is a dark navy, and yes, it's the greatest traction of all time. That is attached to the rubber cup sole, and yes, it's pre-vintaged or pre-aged sail summit white, whatever the they want to call it now, even though I'm pretty sure this is the summit white, but I could be wrong. It is very light though, so for me personally, it doesn't bother me whatsoever. If it was stark white, eventually it would look like this. Now that it looks like this straight away, it'll always look like this, so it's kind of a good thing. It just really depends on how you look at it. Now, inside that midsole is a polyurethane wedge. Inside that polyurethane wedge is an encapsulated heel air sole unit. They actually depict that on the little tech info or hang tag card, whatever you want to call those things, that comes with the 85 versions of both the most recent black metallic lows as well as the high top 85s. And in case you're wondering about the insole, it's this piece of shit right here. It is a fake dream cell. It is awful. I hate this. Does it stop me from wearing the shoes? No. Do I swap them out for other stuff? Sometimes yes. Move insoles are great for that. They have a new insole coming. We'll talk about that later though. Not later today. Later a different day.
Not in this video.
Not in this video, yes.
Alrighty then.
Now, what I really like about this particular colorway though is that when you look at it and when you feel it, it looks and feels premium. It looks and feels like an actual collab without it being an actual collab. It's got all those little features on there that I think draw people to those collabs. One of which being baby swoosh. So yeah, I really like that it's there. It's not painted or printed on either. It's actually stitched into the panel itself. So again, feels premium, looks premium. It's awesome. If you're moving over to the rear, they've done the same thing. This is primarily used on the Travis Scott models, but they've actually stitched in the branding on there. Sometimes it looks good, sometimes it doesn't. This one, not so bad. It looks pretty clean. There is zero Howard University branding anywhere, which is why I'm not sure what they're going to be depicted as on sneakers and things like that. So I'm hesitant to call them what they are. I'm just saying that this is what the internet has dubbed them so far. So we're going to just kind of roll with that theme for now. Now, is the upper premium? I'm going to say no, even though Jordan Brand might say yes, but it is nice. So you can't knock it for that. It's basically premium standard for Jordan Brand stuff. The tongue itself is nylon. nylon. It is the same color as the midsole. Some people might find that to be a turnoff. I'm not sure. Again, I don't really mind it. It is what it is. If anything, it just kind of looks like the padding that's inside the tongue itself. But if you do notice, the material is nylon, something that is not featured on the 85 versions of the white-based models anymore, because the original 85 versions of the shoe actually featured a really interesting white canvas material as the tongue material. I think that it looks good though. I like this. Are the tongues a little short? A little bit. It could just be a sliver longer, but it's okay. It wears just fine. The laces are really interesting. For one, they come with an extra set of navy laces. Those navy laces are regular, by the way. They don't feel like anything special. It's just a regular navy blue lace. These laces though that come with the shoe, the white ones, they almost feel like they're waxed. I don't know if they are. They just feel a little like firm. They're really tight. They're a little thinner than the traditional lace. Some people might like it. Some people might not. Either way, it feels like a premium feature, man. Like it feels like this was supposed to be a legitimate collab. I don't know what happened. Like there's no branding for this school or anything else on here. So it's weird that they are this nice. Now, as far as sizing is concerned, with the Air Jordan 1 Low OGs, I like to go down half a size. They're very thin in this collar area. They don't have a ton of padding or anything like that. So if I go true to size, they tend to feel loose and floppy. Going down half a size initially, definitely very tight, but the more that I wear it, the more that they break in, the more they fit just kind of one-to-one and perfect. So that is what I recommend. If you're interested in the shoe, they will be available over at most Jordan brand retailers. If you're in the Sacramento area, make sure to hit up Phenom. They're located in the Doco Shopping Center. If you wanted to know their release procedures, simply follow them at Phenom Global on Instagram. But with all of that being said, what is today's question of the day? Why are you looking like that? What are you about to do to me?
Because today's question of the day is interesting, and I'm going to share some Chris lore before I let you answer it. So the question of
I did not approve of this.
So the question of the day is, how many waves of first graders could you fight off if they came in rounds of 10?
Are they first grader zombies? Because why would I just fight off first graders?
I don't know. But so this made me think of...
Can I just pause you for a second? That would be a big, like, reminds me of like some of the episodes from Walking Dead and Fear. Where like there's children that have turned.
Yeah.
And it's like, what do you do?
Right.
But anyways, keep going.
This reminded me of the time, this was what, I found this fact online like 2 years ago, I want to say. And it was basically something along the lines of the amount of penguins that live in Antarctica is so vast that if you all of a sudden dropped them, and I couldn't remember what country, but it was, I did end up finding it, but it was the amount of people who live in Ireland. It was going to be like 3 million penguins to one person. Like that's how many penguins there are versus people. And I had told you that, and you're like, I could take them. And then it became this thing where we would share it with our friends, and eventually we were sharing it with our niece and nephew. And you are now dubbed the Penguin Slayer because you were just so adamant about how you could take on all of these penguins, while everybody else is like, no.
Not were. I'm still adamant. I could take on 300 little ass penguins.
Not 300 millions.
Sorry, 3 million. And I said the same thing. I'll say it now. Give me a samurai sword. It's over.
So, and
you got the length.
Every adult and child that we have told this story to is just like, no, like eventually you'd get tired. Like the penguins would overtake you. So anyways,
and do what? They're not going to do nothing.
Everybody goes back to, have you seen their mouths,
their
teeth, their barbed tongues?
Yeah, I know. Try to bite me, bro.
3 million of them.
No, they look like little footballs. I'm just going to punt them.
So anyways, I wanted to make sure that I had the right countries and numbers. And this is when I became very, very disappointed.
In what?
Because I went and found it. And the thing that makes me most upset is it's a fellow Jody who put this fact on the internet, but she spells her name wrong.
The penguin fact?
Yes.
Okay.
She spells her name wrong, so I don't claim her. But anyways, the fact reads as, there are 21 million penguins in Antarctica, and the population of Ireland is 6.6 million. So if all of the penguins in Antarctica decided to invade Ireland, each person would have to fight off over 3 million penguins.
That's how it became I could take them.
If you do the actual math, though, it's only 3 penguins per person.
I could totally do that.
But I was just so disappointed, being like, we have recreated this fantasy
that
world.
good old game of telephone, man.
But yeah, it's literally this thing. It was on Reddit, and it says, I am bad at math.
I already knew this.
You knew this?
That I'm bad at math?
No, I'm just saying the thread. Like this girl went and put.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
well, I sympathize.
But-
As somebody that's a known rounder.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And you always round in the wrong direction.
I don't. I just round a little high or low, depending.
Anyways, we'll still call you the Penguin Slayer. You could definitely take 3 penguins with a samurai sword.
I could still take 3 million with a samurai sword. It's f***ing over, bro.
But let's just say the people of Ireland are safe. They can sleep soundly. That if
wasn't even
they are
worried about them.
invaded by penguins,
Wasn't
they
even
can
worried
take
about
it.
them. Nope.
Now, how many waves of first graders could you fight off if they came in rounds of 10?
I don't know. Can I change the parameters?
2.
I don't know, like a game of basketball so I don't feel bad about murking kids?
Like how many points you can score on them?
No, like how many rounds of teams of 10 or whatever can I...
Before you have to call it quits?
Yeah, because I took on my son, or our son's like team, and I whooped their ass.
Yeah.
And that was 5-on-1.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit more, I can't remember.
I will say, I want to say after about like 3 games, you were kind of like, hey guys, I'm done.
Yeah, so that's about how many rounds of kids I'd be able to handle. Like, I'm just like, bro, I'm old. You know what I mean? So, yeah, this is not life or death. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like I'm getting eaten by 3 million penguins.
Yeah.
So 3?
Sure.
Cool. What the kind of... There was no other good question? That was the question?
No, it was more so I liked the question because it made me laugh and it made me think of our running penguin joke.
Okay, I'm not going to ask the same question to you guys, but I will ask, what do you think about these down below in the comment section? Is this a cop? Is this a drop? Have you seen them in person yet? If you have, do you agree that they kind of feel elevated? They feel almost like they were supposed to be a collab. Wouldn't that be funny if this was like supposed to be a collab and it got scrapped and they're like, well, we already made them.
I feel like they just came out too late for the Olympics.
But anyway, sound off below and let us know what you think about these. I think that it's a dope release. And thank you guys so much for hanging out with us, especially if you're still here after all that weird penguin talk. Like, salutes to you, man. Hats off. I really appreciate you guys. We will catch you guys on the next one. So until then, y'all have a good one.